So finally, all of this, the white privilege, the microaggressions, this provides the impetus for the safe space, the vaunted safe space, which I know I have violated multiple times tonight. And I got to tell you, I don't give two hoots in hell. The system is so corrupt, it's so inescapable, and you've made it so corrupt and so inescapable to yourself that when you need a safe space, everybody needs to be put outside the safe space, and reality must not intrude. The South Park song about safe spaces is exactly what these people think. And let me tell you something about safe spaces. There's only one group of people who want safe spaces that are race-specific. There are only one group of people that want safe spaces so that they never have to hear from anybody of a different ideology or political persuasion. Those people are called fascists. Okay, and you've got a bunch of fascists, damn fascists on this campus, who are trying to shut down political debate and trying to cloister themselves in this little cocoon of stupidity so they don't have to debate anyone or think about issues outside their kin so that they can feel comfortable. Guess what? Life isn't about feeling comfortable. Life is about bettering yourself. Get off your ass, you stupid pansies.
Turn down for what? Fucking right in the pussy.
Smoke weed every day.
Can you tell us what a safe space is?
I mean, a place where you're not going to get hurt or ridiculed.
And so on a college campus, if there's people with like Halloween costumes that maybe make you feel uncomfortable, does that make it not safe anymore?
Yeah, that's not a safe place.
So that's violent. It's not safe at all to be just seeing those Halloween costumes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you saw like a white person wearing like a sombrero and that's not safe.
No, because that's ridicule. That's being made fun of. It's using that as a caricature.
And you're not joking, are you?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, times have really changed. I can't believe how insensitive these people are these days.
Yeah,
I mean, wearing these costumes and trying to have fun on Halloween, I'm not sure where they think they can get that idea.
No clue.
You're still not joking, are you?
Still not joking.
Okay. All right, thank you. Just talking about the issues of the day.
Things getting heated at Yale University where students are demanding action against administrators who fail to speak out against offensive Halloween costumes.
These freshmen come here, they think this is what Yale is? Do you hear that? They're gonna leave, they're gonna transfer because you are a poor student of this community. You should not sleep at night. We're out, we out. You're disgusting.
Women deserve a safe space on campus. Queer people deserve a safe space on campus. Trans people deserve a safe space on campus.
Groups exist because of that, right?
I mean, enough. Why do men need a safe space on campus?
Why do men need a safe space? Because the very idea of an event where men are talking about men's issues in a non-sanctioned manner, right, by the powers that be, right? In other words, they don't have feminists puppeting them, right? Pulling their strings, telling them what to say, okay? Or they don't have feminist ideology to do it, okay? When that happens, then you have what happened at the Warren Farrell protest. I don't know if you watched the footage of that, right? But if I were one of the men who was trying to attend an event talking about male suicide and all kinds of other stuff, and I had some woman who knows she can get away with it up in my face, calling me every name in the book, screaming at me, I don't think I'd feel very safe, right? Okay, and frankly, men are the majority of victims of public sphere violence.
It's not a safe space in its entirety. So we have to carve out places like the OMA and the Silk Office, which we shouldn't have to do. We have to carve out places and fight for places that we feel safe, because not only will we get harassed, we'll be murdered, we'll be all this stuff discriminated against, because we have to do that. It's not because we want to.
Feeling safe is different than caring about what people think.
No. We don't care what people think. My pronouns are they.
They. So from now on, when you refer to them, use they, them, their, because we've shown you the respect to refer to you by your name. So from now on, you will refer to them as they, because that is the appropriate thing to do when you are above the age of fucking 12.
Safe space thinkers. How are people supposed to be safe outside of safe spaces when the campus itself is not safe?
I'm talking about physically being safe. I'm not
We're
talking
not.
about being...
We're not.
Does not exist
Period.
on this
We're
campus.
not.
What campus, I have a question. What campuses are safe then?
There
aren't many, but that's
There's-
okay. I'm just settle for it.
There's
I would like to know the point of you asking that question.
I was just wondering if there's any
I would like
campuses
to
that
know
are
the
safe.
intention behind that. Just, what do you hear yourself
That's
saying?
why they construct
It's a
safe
curious
spaces.
question, that's it.
They
That's why I asked
construct-
it. Curious.
Because if
They
construct safe spaces because all TWIs are not safe. I just asked a question, all I need is an answer. And I'm giving you an answer.
I'm trying to ask
And all this, all that.
No more safe spaces. No more trigger warnings. It doesn't help anyone, not even you. All the science says that if you have something bad happen to you, the best thing you can do is controlled exposure, because that way you won't spurg out when you hear about it 10 years later, because you've been insulated from it. Safe spaces aren't just annoying for and inconsiderate for everyone else, they are bad for the sufferer. They are bad for the person who is in pain. Safe spaces are radically unsound, according to everything we know about cognitive science. They're also fucking selfish and irritating, we should get rid of them. And on that point, facts aren't racist. Facts aren't sexist. Facts don't come with... Facts don't come with values attached to them. We should judge people by what they do with those facts, not whether they tell us them or not.
Can you explain what a safe space is to me?
A space where an individual feels free to express anything and everything.
Is incest acceptable in the safe space without being judgmental if some folks want to practice incest? Are they going to be welcomed in your safe space? If there are two consenting adults?
Like, if they're two consenting adults.
If you're an incoming freshman at the University of Chicago and you're looking for trigger warnings and safe spaces, well, the Dean of Students would like to say, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't think he said that exactly.
He didn't really say that, but he kind of implied it. He kind of implied it. All right, so James Ellison sent out...
John Ellison.
Whatevs. Does he need a safe space? No, I'm just kidding. John Ellison, Dean of Students at the University of Chicago, sent a letter out to incoming freshmen to let them know that the school really values academic freedom and also debates, disagreements, and basically an open area where people can share their ideas. And as a result, they are not in favor of trigger warnings or safe spaces.
Safe space makes sense if it's like physically safe. Yeah, I want the students to be safe. If it's your house, that's a safe space.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody just barging into your house and be like, bah! Right?
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a psychological safe space or an intellectual safe space, no,
because
not buying it.
Well, a student was almost kicked out of a meeting at Edinburgh University after she violated the safe space policy by raising her arm.
Imogen Wilson, there was an attempt to throw her out of the meeting simply because she raised her hand in disagreement with something that was being said, namely that she was being misrepresented by another speaker. She didn't abuse or threaten or intimidate anybody. She simply raised her hand. It is frankly absurd to make that a policy on which a person can be evicted from a meeting. Interestingly, the same policy says you're allowed to raise your hand in agreement with a speaker, but not in disagreement. I mean, what happened to free speech?
Bulletproof windows. Troll